Welcome to Market Survey, your weekly guide to the pulse of trade and daily living in Benin City. Today, we take you to Oluku Market. Oluku Market serves as a key distribution point for goods coming into Benin City from the northern Nigeria and other parts of the country. In recent months, the rising cost of food items has continued to affect households, and onions, a key staple food in almost every Nigerian meal, have not been spared. Once considered an affordable ingredient, onions have become noticeably more expensive in many markets. On this edition of Market Survey, we focus on the price of onions in Oluku Market. We'll find out the current market rates, what's driving the change, and how traders are coping with the new realities. Stay tuned as we bring you insights straight from the market.
How the market of onions be now? How the price is there for market?
So the price don't come down small. No be like it before.
Okay.
But now the bag you ask Abi how are they selling for there?
Yes.
Abi for the bag.
So how you take they buy the bag for market? Because now you say the price don't reduce.
Yes, I the buy was 75 this one
Okay.
for one bag. So now I can sell the one 100 naira 200 for pieces.
Yeah.
And the small new one I can sell 150 to 100 naira.
So how much you they buy the bag before?
Before it cost so it don't reach 300 2 something 280. But now it don't come down way.
Okay. So all those ones where you tie for them now, what will be the least price, the smallest price where you fit sell them?
Now 200. Yes, 200. And this one what they put up for inside they say 200.
So now your customer now they complain say the thing is still there on the high side, even as you talk to say it don't come down.
It don't come down now. Any person where they buy onions now, you know say it don't come down. Because the smallest one before now be 200. We get the one where they said before 500.
Okay.
See now I can say 200. You know say don't come down. The price don't come down way. Tie 200 this one.
This one now you tie 200.
Yeah, 200.
So now be the least.
And I mean the last amount this
so
one.
You not get 100 naira own.
101. This one is a small. I put the 4 point inside 200.
Okay.
And the small one this type. This one like this now be 100 naira for one.
Okay.
And the second one this type I can say 200, 500.
Okay.
And
200 naira for one.
200 naira for one, 500.
Okay, you not get the one where they say 500 for one.
No did that one.
Okay, because
The
the price don't.
and the price no go there. If you go there, I will sell like that. And you say the market be like a rubber. You know if you cut them. If you carry got to follow you long. You know if you cut them. That's what the market be.
How onions be now for market, how you take they sell onions for market. But firstly, I want to know that price is don't reduce.
No, now onion don't cost now. You don't add money well now. Yes.
So how much now you say they buy the bag now as it don't cost?
Now 120 after they buy back now.
120.
Yes.
The bag gets different sizes.
It gets small, it get big one. Big one 120, small 50,000.
So how much you fair be? How much you fair they buy am before? Because now you say it don't cost.
Before that time where no cost. I they buy small one 20,000, big one 50,000.
Okay.
Yes.
So but now that big one don't be 120,000. Yes. So this basket with your hand now, if you full them, this small one with the inside, how much you take they said the onions if you full them?
If people that I go say down 5,000.
This one 5,000.
Yes.
Last, even if the person price.
Last, yes.
Then this other one, if you full, how much did they sell?
I will sell her for 8,000.
This one 8,000. Yes. Even if the person price now still 8,000.
I'll pick come up 500 for her now.
Yes. So this one 8,000. Yes. This one 5,000 last.
Last.
So which one be the least price where you say the smallest price where you say if you sell last for like the small amount where you sell for your onions?
Onions 500. 200 naira be smallest price.
200 naira be the smallest price where you buy.
100 naira now no day.
Okay. So now we say the price now don't increase the way you take talk. Customer where they come buy now they complain, they give you say this thing today expensive.
If I give person, if you know like I may drop my onion now.
Yes. So how you take they sell them? How you take they sell the onions with there so?
For one, I be 1 it get 15 naira You get 100 naira, you get 200.
So which one be 50 naira? Which one be 100 naira?
That one, 50 naira.
Okay.
That size now, 100 naira.
Okay.
This one, no reach 200 a pass. 50, 150.
Last price.
Last price this one. 150. Now the last price.
So this one they say 200 and they shade like many because I see like 1, 2, 3, 4 they'll shade and 200 naira.
That's some. This one. 200.
Okay, for this one's like this. The small one if they gather at 200.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how much they say they buy the bag? Yes.
Now they buy one bag. Samoa.
Yes.
15. 50,000.
Yes.
That before they sell 25, 24.
So but now how much you got to the buyer?
50.
50,000. The one that they say 25 before now 50 now. Okay,
Yes.
They don't add price.
From discussion with traders here in the local market, it's clear that the prices of onions are seeing a significant rise compared to previous months. According to traders, most of the onions sold in Benin come from the northern state, particularly Kano, Sokoto, and Kaduna. Transportation costs remain one of the biggest factors behind the increase. The high price of fuel and the cost of loading and offloading goods have all contributed to the upward trend. Seasonal changes also play a role during the rainy season. Onion supply often drops because excess moisture affects storage and causes spoilage. As a result, fewer onions reach the market and prices rise sharply. Traders say they struggle to balance profits and customer satisfaction. They buy at high prices and are forced to sell at higher rates, knowing that too much increase could drive buyers away.
So all these onions now where you type for cellophane, the way you take and how much they sell and last?
200.
Maybe the last price. Yes. So if person price at 150 now, you know say?
No, say.
The price for onions, it don't come down, I be still there up.
No, we come down. It don't cost.
It don't cost?
Yes.
Where?
It don't cost, why?
How sound until they buy it before?
It don't cost, why, no be small.
So these baskets now where you take shade potato, if you put onions for inside now, how much you take sell?
Down 10,000.
Last price?
Yes.
How you want to sell?
Last price 10,000.
But what if you know say onions get different sizes, small one and big one? If not the small one there for inside here, so now be 10,000.
No, yeah. Anyway.
So anyone, whether small one or big one, if you there here na 10,000 last.
Yes.
So okay. If you there inside here, now how much last?
10,000 now.
Last. How much they sell last?
Now 200.
This one like this now 200. Yes,
Last price na 200. Sima go down na big one na 200. That one na small. Nobody something. That one na big one, small one na 200.
Yes. So this basket now, how much they sell like 50?
Sima go.
This basket like for small one like this one for how much they sell and this one?
Sima go down to put basket.
Yes.
Na 1,500 na 2,000. Sima go down one na 8,000 na 7,000.
Okay. This one for 8,000, 7,000.
Yes.
This one for 1,500, 2,000.
Yes.
So you know they sell like 100 naira or 50 naira.
No, you know get 50 naira now. Sima go down na small 100 naira. Sima go down na small one. You see 50 naira.
So how you raising the price now? You don't come down for market. I mean, still there on the high side, it's there up.
Sima go down on market. Now market today now almost anyone it don't cost.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
As this your onions be like this for this rubber now, how much did they sell them?
We sell at 20,000.
Last price.
The last price.
As it be so because now small ones there. If na big one, a different price.
If na big on different price.
How much you sell if na big?
25. Na seller. Last price.
Now small ones like this one are 20,000.
Na 20,000 because a single is 100 naira.
This small one is 15 naira.
Okay.
So I would say if people space in one side, or pick on this one 6,500 or 7,500. This one at 6,200 or 5,200. That's why to sell it.
This basket now.
This one basket I can sell at 5,000. This one.
If it's full.
If you
shave and wear 5,000.
If you shave and wear, because now only don't come down now.
You don't come down.
It don't come down. How should people this one go this 15,000 or 20,000? So now don't come down now.
So how much do they buy bag as you don't take come down?
The bag, the small bag that is 50,000. The big bag that is 70,000. I will sell it.
Now they buy
now. They buy for ring roads, yeah.
How much they buy it before? Wait, cost?
Before 150, 200 massive.
So now I don't really draw.
You don't need to draw.
So all those ones now where you shade, all those ones where they sell it, how much?
It's a 200. 200. If we sell it, it's a 3,500.
Okay, the theory, if you share this theory, now person buy at 500.
Yes, so if you sell it.
Okay.
So even because of the problem why we facing, now because of the road, before owners come here, motor don't spoil. So that is why, if not, only go come down way.
So now they say the reason why the price still there.
Yeah, so because of the transport. For instance now, if you buy timber for that side, so before you come here, some of them don't spoil. So this 3 of them, I go take increase the money so that I go see small money by side. If you not, only is not supposed to be like this, so it's supposed to come down. Now because of the road what we are facing. So that is why.
But why they be like that? How many days did they spend for road if they come?
If I buy on Thursday, so most of you come on Saturday or Sunday. So because of road, the fee reach Monday or Tuesday before you come here. How should they no more? If a motor enter road on Thursday, Friday, in the evening, it's supposed to reach Benin here. So now because of the road, that is why owners go take before reach. So I wish in my store today, you go see many bag where spoil. So if you know because of down, owners go just come down like this.
So that one that you think say that be the reason why make
a day small. Make a day small. I wish you get better road normal. So if owners a motor enter on Thursday, Friday, in the evening time on the night, motor go reach Benin here. Owners no go spoil. So instead they reach on Saturday, it never reach on Monday or Tuesday. Now you go come because of the road, hot dog and lack of hot for road. So that is why.
But
if you know it,
this onions now you get the season where we say it's a cheap, where we say now it's season for onions.
That season within now.
Yeah, so this one season now.
That season within now. Why? Because that season only for Kano. This one are Kano onions.
Okay.
So Sokoto and Aleru, Kebbi State in the Barish.
Okay.
In the Barish. Maybe before Christmas, Sokoto and Kano, Sokoto and Kebbi State. So the owners will bring come out. So now only Kano now get onions, and they under the season of onions. So now because of the way it's spoiled for inside, I just put up for ground so that bees in the inside. I just pick up small. Don't wait dry, I pick sell. Don't wait no dry, I pick throw away. Because of the market, say the market, if you game and if you short, so this one the period because of the time that will be short for market. So if the time come way to achieve our aim, we go achieve because we never dry now. I should the only dry maybe if we be like this. Even though because of the road, peaceful like that. So that is why I put up for ground so that the breeze make the enter. So that made the dry small.
Like how many days you take dry?
No, it depends. The one way spoil, I don't pick up small. Don't way dry, I feel bad. They say small. Now till the 2 weeks, must say you not go do anything unless I pick the small way. The one way is spoil. You see, if you look this one, now the one way is spoil. Why I pick for inside? Yeah. This one is one way spoil. I pick for inside because it never dry from that side. Because run the for that side, and if they bring a corn and rain for here, so that is why it will be short for owners. It never dry. House only dry, but there are no sites. Rain don't stop, so owners no go spoil after they spoil by this time.
So all these ones now when we say don't get this the way grow on top, they're still good.
No,
all
yes,
the plants come outside.
No, they're still good. The still good small. I sell it manage. So no say this one I see we spoil. No be so we say I do one way dry. So that is why we don't manage for onions. Why? Because the time way to achieve we be achieve. The time we be short we be short because market na so market be. You get the day where you enjoy the market, you get the day where you short. So that is why now we the manage.
So what will be your advice now for people wey be say still they buy in bulk like this? Wey be say they go see like almost all of them don almost spoil. How they will take preserve am?
So if you buy onions wey e spoil, if you put am for ground, the one wey spoil, you go just the pick small. The one wey dry, you go just leave am make breathe the entire. So that even though you go short, you no go short as the thing they pay you. You go just short small. For instance now, last week as I buy onions for that side, so na 7 bag. So as I carry come here, na 4 bag nice for inside. 3 bag I don't manage, but the one way spoil and the one way no spoil, I just gather together. I just save small. Even though I no see my game, supply the money more correct. So that is why we don't manage.
So how na say they preserve am may not spoil? Maybe the one where you bring come, where you buy come the bags. How you say they keep am may not spoil? May water not enter.
So now I know they buy many because we never dry. And they buy small. Like 7 bag, 5 bag. If I come, I pay seller the 3 bag. I pay put up for ground. So that I they say small. Before next week, I don't sell a finish. So now so market be with the manage now.
But what if you buy many, you won't keep am, you won't preserve am, how you take preserve am?
So I know if you buy money now, I think saying about dry. Yeah. So if you buy money, I know saying about dry. Why I buy? I don't short by myself. Okay. So in about dry, I go just buy small. If time reach to buy many, I go buy many. Why? Because that time the north side rent stop and here rent stop. So don't drive for that side. If I come here, you see dry. So I know they buy many. If I buy many, I know saying on my own. I don't short. Why? Because I know say for that place, only so about dry. Why I buy money come here? So even though I short, that one I know say I'm short. Why I buy plenty onions? So that on my own. I don't go care for anybody. I will care for myself. You understand? So that is why.
So this one we dey ground now. How you take no the one we be say still don't e good? Where you come away don't dry? You take no the one we don't dry for all this ones.
Yeah. This one never dry. And this one don't dry.
Okay. This one now we be say get fruit like this never dry.
You never say touch. Okay. Water the day. Yeah. This one even though dry, but it spoil. Touch this one.
Actually, this one don't dry.
Not be the scent.
Yeah.
So the manage now. The manage for onions. Never dry because none onions. Maybe if we internet say that time we know the cry for only because it don't dry.
But if the onions dry, because you say now most time the transporter come now it spoil. But if it dry well, if you spend like how many days for road, it go spoil.
So even though it dry, so sometimes if we reach 5 days or 3 days or 4 days, it no go spoil. If you see onions spoil by that during onions don't dry, so if you see onions spoil, maybe the motor next paper road. So before they transfer to another motor, he had maybe if you spoil immediately in the night. So before you call the first one would offload for you, time then you go. So the time to offload or to transferring motor to another motor. So by that time then you go. So that is why you see onions spoil. Every me say by every now myself. Now because sometimes they see onion don't spoil. Now because of the motor. Okay. If motor spoil, before then transfer to another motor, time don't you go. So that is why with the short. But with the pray for we go pray for God. So that everything, even though you go short, you go short small. Even though you no see you again, supply your money correct. Yeah.
Overall, the market survey shows that the rising cost of onions reflects broader economic challenges, from transportation to inflation and seasonal shortages. Still, traders remain hopeful that with better transport conditions and more stable fuel prices, onions will soon become more affordable again.
And we've come to the end of today's edition on Market Survey. And we got to know the prices of onions in markets and if those prices have reduced or they've increased. But due to some interviews that we got from traders, we got to know that the prices has increased a bit. And some say it is due to transportation and spoilage of onions when being transported. And that's it on today's edition of Market Survey. I am Stephanie Notariwa. Thank you so much for watching.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
In the evening of the initiation day, all the newly initiated Edion danced to the residents of the Edion Way and also visited some homes of the various senior elders, where Chief Elder Ogbeide Onwonse was very conspicuous, especially at the country home of Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osaro Igbenedion with his family on the night of the initiation. On the following morning, as part of the rite to be performed by the newly initiated Edion in Okada town, the initiates, led by Chief Elder Ogbedo Onwonse, visited the Esama of Benin, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osaro Igbenedion, at his Okada country home residence to pay homage and appreciate him for all he has done in the development of the community, which has placed Okada in world map. They also thanked him for his role in the success of their ceremony. They commended the Esama of Benin as a custodian of Benin cultural heritage and for revitalizing the age-long tradition of the age-grade ceremony.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy. Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
Responsibility and duties as the Minister of Defense. The newly appointed Minister of Defense and immediate past Chief of Defense Staff, retired General Christopher Musa, on Friday assumed duty at the Ministry of Defense, Ship House, Abuja. Musa, appointed on Tuesday by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu following the resignation of former Minister Muhammad Madaru, was confirmed by the Senate on Thursday. His appointment, welcomed across various sectors, is expected to further strengthen defense operations, with many citing his record of firm and innovative leadership as defense chief between 2023 and 2025. New minister arrived at the ministry at about 11:10 a.m. inspected the quarter guard in line with military tradition and exchanged pleasantries with service chiefs and top officials on arrival. Let's hope he can bring a new vista of hope to the security architecture in Nigeria. Whether I like it or not, things are certainly not in the best shape at the moment as it relates to insecurity. And that's the major thrust of our discussion today. We're talking about the Boko Haram insurgency. We're talking about ISWAP, talking about banditry that is taking a toll on the 6th geopolitical zone. No zone is spared, and this has come into the situation that we're in now. We hope that General Christopher Musa can lead a new defense structures to deal with these issues head on. A little bit of politics. A court party faction has moved to hold Osun governorship primaries. A faction of their court party launched a legal action before the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, seeking to void the party's forthcoming Osun State governorship primaries and to affirm the suspension of the party's national chairman, Maxwell Ugbudem. The suit, filed on December 3, 2025, was instituted by Oliver Bitrus, who listed the Accord Party, Ugbudem, and of course the Independent National Electoral Commission as the first, second, and third defendants. Bitrus, represented by counsel Daniel Diachi, contends that Ugbudem and his deputy chief Okeonwosu were duly suspended by a faction of the party over alleged anti-party activities, adding that the faction subsequently appointed Professor Chris Imumele as replacement, relying on a federal high court judgment that recognizes him as the lawful national leader. And finally, former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has slammed President Tinubu's nomination of ex-INEC chair as ambassador. Atiku Abubakar criticized Tinubu's nomination of Mahmoud Yakubu, the immediate past chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, for ambassador's post, saying that if he were president of Nigeria, he would never nominate a past INEC chairman as an ambassador. In a statement posted on his X handle on Thursday, he said he would not consider such a move, insisting it would send the wrong signals to the public and undermine trust in the electoral system. Okay. With this, I say welcome to the show, Politics Today, coming to you live on independent television and radio, and that's because it's a simulcast. And I'm Sonny Duke Okosun. Today on the show, we'll look at the challenge, the burgeoning problem of insecurity in the country, and we're bringing it to the global parliament to give us insight on what new strategies needs to be adopted to take on head-on this big monster that is beginning to take a toll on Nigeria politically, socially, morally, just name it. All right, and I'd like to welcome our panelist. Uyosa is joining us from the UK. Uyosa is a cybersecurity expert. Uyosa Adobo, many thanks again for joining us on the program Politics Today on independent television and radio. Good to see you, and compliments of the season.
Good morning. Good to see you. Thank you. Compliments.
Thank you. We also have Dr. Osaze Iyoha, a development economist, who is also joining us virtually from Canada. Dr. Osaze, it's always a delight to have you on the program. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I wouldn't know if Dr. Osaze can hear me. Can you hear me, Dr. Osaze? Can you hear me?
The mic is mute. The mic.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sonny. It's nice to be here.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. We're also expecting another panelist to join us from Canada, former chairman of Ovia Southwest Local Government, Honorable Morrison Ogunabo Ovia. Morrison, if you're live with us on the show, just say something to us so we can know you're there with us. Good to have you on board the program. Compliments of the season. Okay, we hope I'll be able to join us much later. Now, for most analysts, dealing with the insecurity challenge in Nigeria is beyond political appointment. As a matter of fact, it's beyond appointment. It's more about us telling ourselves the truth and allowing the truth to guide our actions and inactions going forward. General Christopher Musa is now in the saddle as the Minister of Defense. And some say he has both the political powers and he also has the professional experience and competence to deal with this issue. What are the expectations like? I can tell you for sure and for free, they are quite high. But what does he need to do differently to change the story about the insecurity situation in Nigeria? That's the question we are asking this morning. Let me begin with Uyosa Edobo joining us from the UK. You're following the sequence of events in Nigeria in the last couple of years, and just when you think that the insecurity situation is being tackled, something drastic happens. I mean, we watched with serious concern in the last few weeks where we've been seeing kidnappings left, right, back, especially young people, children from schools, even though we've been told that some have been rescued, some are still incarceration. Give me your take on what strategies, new strategies that needs to be adopted to deal with this challenge.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Son. I believe the issue of insecurity is not just affecting one geopolitical zone, it's affecting the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. And every state literally is having its own fair share. So there's a need for national unity for us to come together as a nation to ask ourselves the question, how long can we live with this level of insecurity? People are literally scared living their home. So there's a need for us to come together and tell ourselves the truth. But like I always say, insecurity in Nigeria is very political, highly political. So as such, it's like I always say, when somebody who stole your rope is helping you to look for your rope, you're never going to find it. So a lot of government personnel, top government personnel, they are also benefiting from this insecurity that we have in Nigeria. That's why it's very difficult to tackle this insecurity. But like I said, it's not about the strategies. It's all about ensuring, putting measures that people who reach, people who should be able to make example. Because the last time when I was watching on you, I saw how a Boko Haram, somebody, a leader of Boko Haram, who was convicted, was given 20 years. That doesn't send proper signal, because that kind of person could also get a presidential pardon in later on. These people should be fired. These people should be killed. So we need to be sending strong message. So on looking at the strategies at which we can actually tackle this, we are even lucky that the people, the Boko Haram and ISWAP, they have not even gone so digital, because now we'll be fighting a lot of war. If you look at the war that is currently going on, people like the ISIS, they are not just fighting physical war, they are fighting both digital wars, they are fighting both cyber war. So we haven't gotten to that, but very soon, if we don't tackle all of these issues, we're going to be having even cyber war in Nigeria. So for me, the first thing is, as I said, we need to run what we call surveillance, a surveillance, high-level surveillance on top military officers and also top government functionaries, because the last time when, up to date, we are still asking the question, who gave the order? Who asked the military personnel to leave the school when those kids were abducted? So we still haven't found that. But this is not going to happen in the US. It's not going to happen in the United Kingdom. They're going to fish the people out immediately. So nobody's still able to tell us who actually made those orders. So it tells us the fact that we are not being serious. We are not taking this security issue seriously, as is a thing as grievous as that. So first of all, we need to run surveillance, because I believe that our military is already corrupt, is already infiltrated already. So we need to be able to bring out the bad eggs from there. So we need to run a surveillance on this top military personnel to know who is leaking our information, who is giving that intelligence to this Boko Haram. So that's the first aspect we have to look. Then two, again, we also have to do what we call OCO, which is the offensive cyber operation. And what we are trying to do is to ensure that we look for a way to dismantle these people, disable all their digital assets. Because these guys, they communicate their channels, whatever they communicate with their websites and everything, we need to be able to dismantle all of these persons. Because if they cannot communicate, for you to be able to carry out an attack, it's a coordinated approach, and that requires passing of information up. So if we're able to get access to these people, how do they communicate? How do they plan the attacks? So these are very important. So we also have to run a cyber operation. Then we also have to look at intelligence gathering. checking these top military personnel and how they infiltrate our system. Then again, I also said it, if you look at most of these Boko Haram, look at these bandits, it hurts me. If you look at the weapon that these guys have, AK-47, our police officers, military personnel, they don't even have the weapons that these guys have. So we also need to invest on our equipment. Some of the military, I was watching a video when I watched a military officer, a retired military officer, was talking about how his rifle, he was trying to fire, his rifle was not working. The rifle that they gave to him is longer dated. So we need to invest on our equipment, because you cannot have this bandit carrying AK-47 and we cannot even equip our local vigilante, we cannot equip our police force, we cannot equip our military very well. So it's also a problem. So we have to do that as well. So equip our military personnel, equip our police, new technology. We are fighting, we are at war with this bandit, we are at war with Boko Haram, we are at war with herdsmen. So we need to invest on our technology. It's very important.
All right, thank you very much, Uyi. I'll come back to you in just a moment. Dr. Osaze Iyoha, I've heard people say that the biggest challenge that we have in the fight against insecurity, especially in the northern part of the country, is that you have financiers there, you have sympathizers there, you have all categories of leadership that is openly and sometimes tacitly in support of what these people are doing. And then you have the business part of it, which means poverty is also a major factor that we're seeing influencing all of this. And today, many of the people who at one time or the other were involved in supporting these guys, they are well known. And it doesn't look like government is doing anything about them anytime soon. We can recall very vividly the case of Sheikh Gumi, who was rejected in Saudi Arabia. He wasn't allowed to go for the Hajj because of questions around him as it relates to some of these issues we're talking about. I'd like you to build on that as a start-off point.
Yes, so it's unfortunate. So I would just say that Uyosa just took my words from my mouth, because he has probably said everything. It's not a lack of strategies or an inadequacy of strategy that's the cause of the insecurity. It's rather political will. We've never been short of strategy. I've heard it said many times, and that's the complete fact, that the Nigerian army, it's probably one of the finest in the world. Like, we have a history of their contributions in ECOMOG. In fact, in the last decade, the Nigerian army has been has been in front in Africa as a whole. So it's not a problem with our army, it's not a problem with our strategy, it's just the political will. It's just the fact that this insecurity has become a business. It's almost like Goodluck Jonathan said it during his administration, that Boko Haram had infiltrated his government, and it's now very clear. Look at, I was watching the Senate section about a week ago, and we had senators complaining as if just like how citizens like us would be in the restaurant and lamenting. The Senate president was giving a trail of the whole incident, how it happened. The Senator Baribe had given his own side. The Senate president was literally lamenting to us. He was, the senators were just discussing the issue, like how we do it. So it's almost like a business. How do you explain the fact that a general was murdered? I remembered when two soldier men were beaten at Uniben main gate. Then I was around school, and they did everything to pacify them. The school administration went to S&T Barrack and begged them, yet in the evening they still came in and beat students. So I mean, it was just soldiers who were beaten, but this time a general was killed. I mean, and nothing has happened. There's very evidential report that a general ordered that the troops should be withdrawn in the school where they were guarding, and reports, this was the Senate president himself giving the whole analysis, that the troops called the students during the day and were teaching them martial arts, we're teaching them how to dodge bullets, we're teaching them how to how to hide, how to. So this was like a premeditated action, because if you were there to defend them, then why are you training them? So they trained them in the afternoon on the field for like 2-3 hours, according to the Senate president's account. Then in the evening, there was an order for them to leave. So you see that these are all orchestrated. Look at the budget. Defense has always gotten the highest share. In the last budget, this 2025 budget, defense has about 10% of the total budget. The total budget is about 54 trillion. Defense alone has about 5 trillion. Education is just about 2.5 trillion. Health is about, so health and education combined is just a little over defense by just 1%. Health and education allocation combined in the budget is about 11%. Defense alone is about 10%. So you see that it's a business. And when you look at the budget, what will it be? They will tell you that, oh, they are feeding each troop, member of the troop, with 10,000 naira per meal. Meanwhile, those guys are probably not eating up to 300 naira. They will tell you they are budgeting this for bullets, for ammunitions, for jet fighters, for jet air fuel. Meanwhile, none of this, there are probably no helicopters in the air. So you see that it's just a business. See, I used to tell some of my friends, during military administration, the way these military presidents make money, like Abacha's time, is that they just call the CBN governor and print money for me, print so and so amount and send it to my Swiss account. But you can't do that in democracy because there are laws. The CBN Act has laws. The last printing that we did under Buhari administration has left us in soup. So the way democratic administrations make money is contract. That's the only way they make money. Contract to provide food for the troops. Contract to, they'll tell you that they are changing their uniform every 6 months. Meanwhile, probably in the last 5 years, some of them haven't changed. You've heard military men who have left, who have either resigned or who ran away from the army. We know Femi Falana's son has been defending most of those who escaped, and they've been, so most of them have said the same thing, that they are going on an attack to Boko Haram, and members of the army give intelligence to these people. So it's just political will. We can do all the strategies from beginning to end until the politicians see themselves. I was happy you brought Sheikh Gumi's account up. This is Mecca. I mean, the home of Muslims, the home of religious in Islam. They were not comfortable with him coming. They returned him immediately at the airport. They didn't even allow him enter. And this is someone that we'd have this is someone that we negotiate with constantly. He's like the go-to person. The government, he's like an authority. He tells us what we want. He tells us that we gave amnesty to the South Niger Delta youth. We should give it to them. He's an authority. He's a voice. So, and this is someone who the home of Islam has rejected. So UK has also banned him from entering. US has banned him from entering. Major countries, and he's like an idol with us. They were interviewing Bayan Onanuga and asking him how the girls were released, and he said he used the word that they were released. How? Did you pay ransom? He said no, that DSS reached out to them. So it's just appalling. And the point is, from an economic point of view, is that it's so unfortunate. Sometimes I bleed. It's because trust is the game of business. When you have issues, the American government just designated us as countries of particular concern. Immediately, Trump made that statement. The next day, the Nigerian stock market lost by 1.3 trillion naira. I mean, 1.3 trillion naira. So trust is the game of the business. By the time we are losing global trust, we have almost become a caricature. So just to answer your question straightforward, it's not a lack of strategy. It's just a will not to, it's just a political will, because people are benefiting. People get alerts every day. They just sit down in their home and alerts come for feeding troops.
Dr. Yo, have you seen it? Have you seen any of those alerts? Have you seen any of those alerts?
Because those budgets, okay, where has 6 trillion, where has 5 trillion, 5.79 trillion in the budget for the defense now. We bought Tucano aircraft, if you remember. We bought
But there's
Tucano
also no evidence that the entire tranche of that money, 6 trillion or over 6 trillion, actually got to the defense ministry, as it were, because that's also part of the challenge. Those monies were budgeted for. What is the evidence that all of those monies got to the defense ministry? Yeah.
So the next question will be, why did it not get that if at all it wasn't released? Then the next question also will be that if there is really a genuine interest in getting this war fought, then why has the defense authorities, why have they not come up with, because the last budget, they said it was implemented 75%. This budget, we are being told by the budget office that last 2 weeks when the head of the budget office made a statement, said 70%, it has been implemented 70%. So let's just assume out of 5 to about 3. And the report, if you listen, has been that the president has always said that he does not hold back defense budget. He has said it severally, that even if all budgets have been held, Ali Ndume, the senator representing Borno, he has been until recently, has always been the head of the Senate Committee on the Armed Forces, has always repeated that the defense budget is always released up to date. Okay, let's even go to the Tucano aircraft. That was the issue of contention during Buhari's administration. He wanted US to approve the Tucano aircraft, and there was a back and forth about it. It has been approved. During Buhari's time, they bought about, the last time they asked Baya Anoduga, why are we not using this Tucano? Like I said, that it's going to lead to mass destruction if they are not able to select their target. So why did you buy it in the first place? Trillions of naira was budgeted for this. And the essence of that was that what we were told was that it would be able to select targets. So the Tucano aircraft are probably just doing cobweb somewhere, but they said it works. So it's just a lack of will.
All right, let me pause you there, Dr. Iyoha. I'll come back to you. If you just join us, it's still Politics Today, reaching you live on independent television and radio. We'll take a short break. When we return, we have more to talk about as we look at the state of insecurity in Nigeria, especially against the background of some of the latest development, the President Donald Trump's comment about Nigeria being a country of concern, and then the appointment of a new Minister of Defense, and then the calls for the sacking of the Minister of State for Defense, who some say doesn't even have a school cert. So how did he get to such an exalted position? How did he become a governor in the first place? These and lots more when we return on Politics Today on independent television and radio. Stay with us.
The man went out to bring in thugs to come and beat her.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, do you think women would have seen that and still want to speak?
Really, we're talking about. That's what I said. So when they bullied her, if she's not bold enough, she will shut up.
What is your advice for girls out there that are so desperate to be married?
We women, we have to be really intentional about our
TV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis.
On independent television and radio this lovely Saturday morning. Still on the state of insecurity in the country and the need to adopt new strategies. Perhaps the comments made by President Donald Trump became a wake-up call to the federal government to see how they can make some changes in the architectural structure of security and see how that will pave the way forward. But if not for the resignation of the former Minister of Defense, perhaps a man like General Christopher Musa won't be in the saddle. Maybe this is divine intervention. But there have been calls that Matawale, the Minister of State for Defense, should not be part of the new regime in the ministry. The concern is that if we have the man in charge, sacked or resigned, his deputy should also resign. Let me get your take on this, Uyowosa, as we look at some of the bold steps being taken by Mr. President to deal with this issue. And then we also have on the background the congressional voting about Nigeria when this issue of genocide against Christians came to the fore. We've heard that the Congress voted in favor of a decisive action from Mr. President, talking about President Donald Trump in dealing with that issue. You started by saying that unless and until we have a uniformity of purpose amongst critical stakeholders, we are not moving forward, especially with some of the reports that are coming from some leaders in the North who are tacitly supporting, openly supporting. Some have been alleged to have been involved in sponsoring bandits and their spouses abroad. Some have been alleged to be involved in the emergence of Boko Haram and all of these issues.
Yeah, sorry, like I said, you see, it's worrisome to think that at this time we are still asking ourselves, do we need external forces such as the United States to come into Nigeria to help us with this insecurity we're facing? That shouldn't be a question, because we have shown time and time that we are incapable. We are completely incapable. We need help. It is not shameful when you need help to ask for help. So at this stage, we need help to solve our insecurity problem. Except, like we already know, it is all politics and people are making a fortune out of this. So for me, I think the need for the Western world, take America for example, to come into Nigeria and help us solve our insecurity problem is something that we don't have to emphasize, overflow. It is very obvious. Then if you look at over time, we have shown that we are a nation that are not ready. Because way back from even during the time of Jonathan, we all were here in this country when we had the bad Dasuki Gate, how somebody took money, made a budget meant for the military. And so much amount of money was missing. So if that has happened, so it's just like I said, it's a ripple effect. It's what we are finding today is something that it was just working, we're just adding to the level of incompetence, level of like decadence that everything has happened over time. So it's just like a continuation of them. And because we are not taking any decisive measures to ensure that anybody who is found guilty, anybody who is found wanting his collaboration with this will be dealt with decisively, we will not find a headway. That's our problem. So for me, it's a welcome call that the Congress in America, they voted for a decisive action to be taken in Nigeria. This is a welcome development, something that we all Nigerians, every meaningful way Nigerians has been hoping for, and we are happy. And we're just going to look at how they are going to come in and help us solve this. Because obviously at this point in time, I don't think the government knows what they are doing. Because
let me just take you on one point. I've heard people talk about, they're a bit excited at the opportunity of having maybe the U.S. come to Nigeria's aid and all of that. But it's on record that the U.S. Overtly or covertly may have also helped in some sense to allow insecurity to fester in Nigeria. take, for example, in the days of yore when former President Goodluck Jonathan was in the saddle. He made frantic efforts to get certain categories of equipment and ammunition. All of these were blocked. We can't forget in a hurry how a private jet was intercepted and impounded in South Africa. We later got to find out that that private jet was actually trying to help the government get funds to those who were willing to sell arms and ammunition to Nigeria at the time, after the U.S. under President Barack Obama blocked it. So it's sort of crazy now. The same government that didn't give Nigeria the needed support at the time to get the right equipment and ammunition to take on these guys is now coming out today to say they want to help. Do you think this is really, really genuine? Oui.
Yes. If you look at the global stage, even the current fight between Israel and Iran and every other state, you discover that there are a list of countries, numbers of countries who have actually supported Israel when they started their fight with the Iran and other neighboring countries that were fighting there. But over time, you see some of these Western nations, like the United Kingdom, they all made a shift. They said, no, we can't support you again. This has to be done. So this is politics. During when Jonathan was in power, a lot of external forces wanted Jonathan out for their own personal reasons. America is not coming to Nigeria to help us for free. They have an interest. So, and they have always had an interest. The United Kingdom also have an interest. So, you know, at the end of the day, it is at every point in time, what serves their interest and what strategy, that's what they go for. So, but what we should look at, because of the fact that we know that these people were also part of our initial problem, does not mean that they are providing solution and we shouldn't take it. We know the capability of Americans. We know what they can do. We know what, if they decide to come into Nigeria, how well they'll be able to help us. But we also know that it's going to come with a cost. And no foreign nation can come into your country to engage your security issues without talking with your security chiefs, without having a blueprint on how this operation is going to go out. So it's going to be a plan. So we need to know what they are offering us, and it is left for our service chiefs to tell ourselves that yes, we are okay with it. Yes, we know that they have been part of the problem, but we are not going to look at it because somebody offended you or somebody did something to you back then, and the person has a clear path, has a clear way to help you to solve your problem. You say you are not going to accept that. So that's not
okay.
Not
let me pause you there again. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you in just a moment. Dr. Saze, let's talk about one major thing that has been trending in recent times is Mr. President's remarks of supporting the adoption of state police across the Federation. And I think the Southern governors in a meeting recently also came out strongly to say they support this initiative, except that people were concerned that in that meeting, they dressed in an asoebi as if they were going for a party. Instead of, you know, it was supposed to be a security meeting, but they dressed in asoebi as if they were going for a party, and that became a very low point in that meeting. But be that as it may, give me your take on this issue of creating state police to be able to complement what we already have to drive out insecurity in our land. Whether we like it or not, I mean, we've had series of kidnappings, even in Edo State, in recent times, and that means these bad guys are just everywhere. And it doesn't look like governments at different levels really have the capacity to confront these guys head on. And that's why this whole thing seems to be fledgling. Let me get to take on this.
Yes, so very straight on that. I have a problem with the way we try to solve our issues in our country. We seem to always want to find a soft way to avoid confronting the issue. So for me, it's never been an issue of state police or federal police. It's just been political will, back to political will again. Because see, state police, I fear that if governors have control over their police, I don't know what will happen to political opponents. I mean, a governorship, if I come that I want to be governor of Edo State, and the governor has, or any states without any specification, and the governor has control over the police, I'm not sure I'll be allowed to spend 2 days in that state before they will chase the other opponent out. So I have a problem with, I don't think state police, we had state police during the regional days of Awolowo and so on. So it's just been like regurgitating our problems. There was a time we were practicing parliamentary system. They said, oh, parliamentary system is the problem. We need to go to presidential. We came to presidential, and there's a talk of going back to parliamentary. We were doing 531 or so education system. They said, oh, 6334 is the best. And now we are thinking of going back. So we keep going around in circles until we see it's just about political will and a decision to allow things work. Until we start doing that, we'll just state police. If the IG is working in consonance with the governor, I don't think whether it's the state government that is controlling it or it's the federal police that is controlling it, it will never be a problem. In a situation, a situation where you have strong men, I've always said that in economies, in countries where you know the leaders, there's hardly ever going to be development. When you go to, probably Uyosa or whoever is in other countries outside Nigeria, you don't even know the name of your mayor. You don't know the name of your governor. You don't know the name of your person. In fact, on news, you hardly hear the president. 3 months, you barely hear the president's name. But in our country, before the person even eats, he says, thank Mr. President for providing this food for me. So by the time you keep hearing strong men, so there's so much emphasis on men. So I'm just tying it to your question. Until we have a sit-down decision that we want to make the country work. It's just like, oh, government is not able to provide water. We now start sinking boreholes. Government is not able to do our roads. We start buying SUVs. So it's just, we are just looking for another excuse again. State police is not going to solve the problem.
But there's been talk about a semblance of state police already existing in the country. For example, even in the northeast and even northwest, where we have majority of the problem of insecurity, you already have what you call the civilian JTF working alongside, our regular security agencies to complement their efforts. And then in some northern parts of the country, you have what you call the Hisba police that seems to be, complementing what the regular, security agents are doing. And back here in the southern part of the country, most states have what you call vigilantes, which is, a semblance of that. But we perhaps just need to really, make the whole process solidified, and then they are properly armed to be able to confront these guys who are also wielding dangerous weapons. And until and unless we do that, I'm not sure we can really make any headway. I know there are concerns about the process being abused, but we haven't even given it a try to know what the challenges are or where the challenges are going to come from, so we know how to rework them, retool them, make all the necessary adjustments, and then get the best out of it. Because as we speak, these guys are in the forests. And if you're not armed, well armed, you can't confront them. The vigilantes that we have, with the kind of equipment that they have or ammunition they have, they really can't confront this guy. But if we have a holistic approach in dealing with this issue, get hunters associations involved, get the Vigilante Network of Nigeria involved, I'm sure at the end of the day, we can make impact. And if there are loopholes, based on the emerging challenges, those challenges can be dealt with. Can you build your argument or presentation along those lines, Dr. Yoha?
I was trying to avoid the strategies of a team, but the point is this: if we really want strategy, we don't even need too much of those men. I was watching the news last week. Enugu state government just launched a command and control center, state of the art. In fact, when I watched it, you go in there, you have AI facilities that it identifies your face from wherever you are. Enugu, their command and control center. So according to the governor, and they have people there who are paid 24 hours. The entire states, even to neighboring states, are covered. So they see whoever is perpetrating whatever at the instant point, so you don't even need men. You just send drones, and according to the governor, they've procured drones. You send drones and you target because the satellite has already. Why people are afraid of America? Because they have over 5,000 satellites in the world. When America came to rescue their citizens, I think during Jonathan's administration, it was a swap attack. It was one night. Most people did not know. It was the next morning they knew that Americans came to rescue their citizens from the bandits. So we don't even need all those. Okay, yeah, we
more
need
technology.
It's technology, simple.
Yeah, we should.
If you've been following the National Assembly also, CCTV was budgeted for Abuja, trillions of naira during Buhari's administration. Nothing was done. So you can imagine a whole city. I mean, the federal capital city. There's no camera.
All right, let me pause you there, Dr. Yoha. I'll come back to you as much as time permits. But our studio line is open, 080-7777-0300. Hello, caller. Good morning. Welcome on board Politics Today. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
It's automatic great from Motor Paper. Thank you, people, for a good job. Yes, it's your hotel where the cancellation of fathers in this country, out of Africa, I'm also on insecurity.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying this is a lack of political will. Yes, I've changed Savage many times. Savage have changed many times. And even the chief of defense have changed right now. Changing all these people is not the problem, it's political will. After I change all these people, and things are getting from bad to worse. It's the government are not willing. I know you can't negotiate with bandits. You don't negotiate with bandits, you don't be in the flag country. If the government will negotiate with bandits, after them. How can this is encouraging them to do more?
Okay.
For this state to another state, for this.
All right, Ultimate Great, thank you. We don't have so much time, so we can have more callers into the program. I'll be coming to you, so you can conclude with your contribution on your final and parting words. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. I'm the voice of the ordinary people.
The voice of the ordinary people. Where are you calling us from?
From Benin. From Benin.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, this the problem with this insecurity in the country is that our government, they are not sincere. That's why the problem is. Many Dubai government released of people sponsoring terrorists in Nigeria. The government has refused to prosecute those sponsors. Even Saudi Arabia, the same thing. For me, that you don't mention, that man is moving freely in the street. Nothing happened to him. But look at the way Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Kenya, far country. They went to arrest him. So as these people are here moving inside the country, nothing happened to them. Sir, I want to just respond to what you said about the former administration of America, Barack Obama. That man, don't say America, they have two parties. We have the Republicans and the Democrats. The Republicans are better off. They support Christians. They support the Christians. Why? Barack Obama was the one that made Jonathan to sign gay marriage. Jonathan refused. That is why he punished Jonathan with all those weapons. He refused to give to Nigeria. But Donald Trump is sent by God.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. 08077770300. That's our studio number. You're live on Politics Today. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning, caller. What's your name? Good morning. What's your name?
The Oracle from the GROA.
All right, the Oracle. Please go ahead.
I think your friends, they are very intellectuals. They are very highly endowed with the knowledgeable requisite. They have said it all. Our problem is corruption. Second degree corruption. Third degree is corruption. And some 15 subsection 5 give power to the tiers of government. The local, the state, and the federal to abolish all corrupt practices and abuse of power. But they won't do it because they are making more money from it. That's my case, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Don't forget, you can also follow us on all our social media handles, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and of course, X at ITV Radio NG. You can follow this program there and post a comment there. We'll highlight it on the course of the show. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Wishing you the same.
Good morning to Paula
Thank you.
My name is Solomon Asaga.
Okay, Solomon, go ahead.
In a situation like Nigeria, sometimes we begin to imagine whether the government are also comfortable or enjoying the insecurity serving in the country. Let me use for example in my state now. I learned that since my governor take over the office, that the lowest amount that will come every month for security vote is 800 million. Then I ask my question, how much are they buying a chopper that we cannot have to move around in the state? If the citizens are now beginning to see the government are making money for the insecurity, you cannot blame the citizens. What is the problem of the citizens? What is the problem of the government? We are negotiating with terrorists, those with arms. I feel maybe they are winning to Nigeria. We see them make a broadcast on video or wherever. We cannot track them. And we also have a network provider, which we spend heavily for. So sometimes it's just a pity that over 10 years now, we have been in this quagmire, and we are not leaving the quagmire very soon.
Okay.
Because we see the government celebrating these evil people, these terrorists, and we see the uniform personnel moving around along the road looking for cassava and yam to hold when there are terrorists in the bush. And we see every year we spend a lot of money in security, and security vote must flow every month. So it becomes a regular business for the government. If they feel they are not making money for it, they should save the Nigeria so that we will know where we are heading to.
All right. Thank you, Solomon Ataga. Thank you. I'm afraid that's much time will permit us on the program today. Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. I want to say big thanks to Uyusa, who joined us from the UK. Uyusa is a cybersecurity expert. Uyusa, thank you for your time with us on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
And Dr. Saze Iyoha, thank you for joining us. He joined us all the way from Canada. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Saze.
Yes, sorry, just before we go, I will just say the appointment of the Minister of Defense. I think we are celebrating too much. The Minister of Defense is a political appointment. He can't give order to even recruits. So I think it's just cosmetic.
Okay, so we'll keep our fingers crossed and see what he's able to do. Now he's in charge of the ministry. When he was the Chief of Defense Staff, he said, well, people said, well, that's just... is a ceremonial head in a sense. He can't do this, he can't do that because he's not a political head. Now he's been made a political head. Some are saying, oh, he can't give a directive to a recruit and all of that. But let's see how all of this will play out in the days to come. That's a package today on the program Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. I'm Sonny Dukukosun, thanking you for staying with us. Have a great weekend. Remember, be security conscious. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of Tech Today on Independent Television, your number one stop for everything innovation, gadgets, and technology shaping the way we live and work. I am Momo Lawal, or you can call me Mr. Kankan, and you'll be right. And today, we are beaming our focus on the power of the sun, literally. Yes, the topic is the power of solar innovation in Nigeria. Across the country, more Nigerians are turning to solar energy for light, for comfort, and business continuity. But how much do we really know about this solar technology that is changing the way we power our world? To help us understand this, I have with me an electrical engineer and a solar engineer specialist, Engineer Elisha Leo Asikidi. He has worked on several solar installation and energy projects, and it will be helping us unpack how solar energy works, what innovations are happening right now, and of course, what the future looks like for Nigeria. But before we dive into all of that, Engineer Elisha, how are you doing? Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning, guys.
All right, thank you very much for coming. All right, and as usual, before we go into all of this, we'll give you the biggest tech headlines that is making waves both globally and locally. We call it the Tech Updates segment. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Welcome back, guys. It's still Tech Today, and we are diving into the Tech Update segment. Yes, number one on the Tech Updates, we have that Apple has rolled out a groundbreaking eye tracking feature on the iPhone 16. This allows users to control the phone using only their eyes. No touch, no voice, just gaze. Okay, it uses an advanced AI to interpret where you're looking and respond accordingly. This means you can just scroll through apps, reply to messages, or even open your photo just by looking at your phone. You know, it's a game changer for people with mobility or physical challenges. This is a feature that just shows you that technology is not only about convenience, but it's about inclusion. Elisha, what do you think about that innovation by Apple?
Well, this innovation by Apple is actually for those who are physically impaired.
Well, I think it's something that I want to use my eyes to be controlling my device.
Well, you already have your hands.
But for convenience, I'm just saying.
It's just for the convenience of
you
do not have the ability to. So you use your eyes to do
to your phone. But I'm just imagining how it would be. And we're waiting for it. We'll bring you guys more updates on that on the show, of course, as it unfolds. Next on the tech updates, we have that Starlink has introduced what we call community Wi-Fi in parts of Africa and Asia. So instead of everyone buying an expensive dish, A single Starlink hotspot can now serve an entire community at a much cheaper rate. It's like having one Wi-Fi dish in a village and everybody connects to it just like a cafe hotspot. This could close the internet gap in remote areas and give schools and small businesses reliable access. Imagine a rural area in Edo State or Taraba streaming online classes through Starlink's shared Wi-Fi. Elisha, what isn't it fascinating?
It is fascinating, and if you look, technology is actually evolving every day.
Yes.
And so those who were in the market before will leave the market for the new ones. So
yeah, I really like this tech update because, as a matter of fact, it shows you that we don't even know what we're going to expect in the next 5 years in terms of technology.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I like that. You know, it's a good one. Big ups to Elon Musk's team. Next on the tech update, still globally, we have that Apple and Google are collaborating to establish a global safety standards for artificial intelligence. They want to make sure that AI behaves responsibly and protects user data. It's like both companies, you know, Apple and Google is big companies, they're big companies. They are agreeing on traffic rules so that your phone's artificial intelligence doesn't go around, you know, misusing your information or doesn't even go rogue on you. You know, this partnership will can make everyday device safer for users worldwide. You know, Elisha, you know, I'm really particular about this tech update because it actually addresses privacy concern. What do you like about this?
Only thing I can say that I like about this collaboration is the fact that I can now back up my Apple memories on the Google Drive, instead of the iCloud.
And also, they are not trying to ensure that you don't. There are certain things that the cloud would know. They don't want the cloud to know everything about you. If you don't want them to know certain things about you, it will not upload such information to the cloud anymore. It will just stay locally on your phone.
Yeah,
it's a good
innovation.
Now, coming here home in Nigeria, we have that our Nigerian government has signed an agreement with a Chinese solar giant, LONGi, to build 1 gigawatt solar panel factory. The goal is to produce panels locally and reduce the high cost of importing them. So this means very soon we could start buying made in Nigeria solar panels that are going to be cheaper and easy to access. This could actually transform Nigeria's renewable energy sector and create thousands of jobs. You know, imagine a tech hub in Benin City that could, you know, install affordable local panels made here in Nigeria. I know this is something relating to what we're discussing today, Elisha.
Well, it's a good initiative by the government to come into this collaboration with LONGi. Well, it has been well overdue.
Yeah,
because at least for it to reduce the cost of the way we buy our panels and all. So it's a good one.
Oh, man, I'm liking the tech updates as we go. And also in tech update locally, we have the Lagos State. We shared this with you a few weeks ago. That Lagos State, they are going into what we call smart traffic lights. Now, Lagos State, they are currently testing smart traffic lights that uses sensor and artificial intelligence to control timing based on real-time traffic flow. So it's like traffic lights that have brains. When one lane is very full, it gives that lane more time to move. You know, this smart traffic system can reduce congestion and, you know, fuel wastage in busy cities. You know, I particularly like this one that traffic lights, smart traffic lights. It just makes me understand that maybe, you know, normally we have our traffic light that normally move from maybe 90 seconds or 60 seconds. Now, it doesn't have to wait the whole 90 seconds if it sees that the place is now being congested. It just automatically just turns green and it allows people to move freely. It's not a good one.
It's a good one and it's actually powered by solar anyway.
Oh, it is powered by solar?
Yeah, because you can't use that when we have poor power supply.
I don't know about that power supply, but I know it's not exactly poor, it has improved.
Yeah.
So it's a good one. And you know, but I'm scared. Will people actually obey those traffic lights?
Why not? Lagos is a place where they've advanced even more than many states in the country. So you don't just be the light there anyhow.
Okay.
You have to take.
There's a fine for that.
Yeah.
And lastly, in the tech updates, we have Inoso Motors have launched what we call an electric delivery van. So Inoso Motors have announced plans actually to release electric delivery van next year. These vehicles will run on batteries instead of fuel. and making them cleaner and cheaper to maintain. So think of this as a delivering vans that you can charge with like your phone, the way you charge your phone. There is no petrol, no noise, no pollution. This move marks Nigeria's entry into a fast-growing electric mobility industry. Elisha, imagine delivery companies now using this. You are driving your vehicles. We know we graduated from using petrol to now using CNG, and now we're now having electric vehicles, and it's now even going into the logistics area. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a perfect one for us because it's high time we start trusting our brands. And, bringing out this kind of brand, electric vehicle, well, it's a 100% plus for us.
It's a 100% plus. I am sure that we can charge them regularly because I like this, becoming fair and all of that. Now, these are the top stories that's happening right now in tech, and let us dive right now into our topic for today, which is the power of solar innovation in Nigeria. Elisha, thank you very much again for joining us on the program. So let's just begin with this basic. What exactly is solar energy, and how does this solar power technology, how does it work?
Okay, solar energy is the conversion of sunlight to electricity. It's as simple as that. Where you use, where the photovoltaic cells are being charged up through the sunlight and sent to the house. So basically, the things that you use to, store these things are batteries.
Yeah.
Then from the batteries, you get to use your inverters to invert the charges that are stored in the batteries to your house, to your homes.
Because the energy that comes there is in the DC.
In the DC, yes, and which the inverter changes.
DC means direct current.
Direct current, which the inverter changes to alternating current.
AC.
To AC.
Okay.
So, the process it takes is when there's sunlight, the cells take charges from the sun.
Okay.
Then, you have your positive and negative cables, which are from the panels to your charge controller. And these charge controllers, you use them according to the numbers of panels that you want to use for your home or businesses. So with that charge controller, your panels are being connected to it. Then from there to your inverter, from your battery, or your inverter to your battery, at least the battery has to power the inverter. So when all this happens, it's just like a circle. The sunlight goes to the charge controller goes to the battery, the inverter goes to the battery. Whatever is stored in the battery, there will not be sunlight for the whole day.
Yes.
So at night, the inverter inverts whatever it is that's left of the battery to give you at least power supply for the remaining of the hour or the night.
Wow, this is very, very good to take in. I really like how you explain it to us. That's why you're the solar energy expert. Now, I understand that solar energy has become very popular, and I don't know how affordable it is. Maybe you can share light on that, and also describe how we Nigerians are the progress in adopting this solar energy so far.
With the high level of marketing that we engineers are already trying to enlighten people about using solar and letting them know that solar is way cheaper than you running on gen, with the high cost of fuel, you running electricity or BEDC, because many people run their homes with what they call it, high bills.
Yes.
So
most of the bills, sometimes they are even
estimated bills. So the thing is, there are initiatives that have been put down for you to be able to afford this solar. Firstly, you can go with paying small. There are companies who agree for you to pay small. You come, you give them the plans, or they give you the plans which you can get to whatever it is that you want. If it's the 1 kVA, 2 kVA, 3 kVA, 5 kVA.
So you pay by installments?
Yes, you pay installmental. So with those kind of initiatives, it has become easier and affordable for people to use.
So it's not exactly expensive
No,
now.
it's not. Except you have the money, you just go for it at once.
Okay, now we've been discussing solar, and a lot of people are already using this solar energy. So now I want to understand, what are the most common misconceptions that Nigerians have about solar energy? What are the things that we're not getting properly? You can maybe share with us.
Firstly, I would like to talk on my own personal experience.
Okay.
So I met a client which I told her about going solar, because she was always complaining that their transformer gets bad more often.
Yeah.
So I said, why don't you just go solar to save you the stress, all these many talks and all. So she was like, solar that my sister's house caught fire. And I said, how are you sure that it's the solar that made your sister's house to
get fire,
get that fire? Why are you not saying, okay, whether it's from maybe the normal light she decided or from the hair? Why are you sure it's solar? And that aside, is because your sister used a low-level engineer and someone with much experience, and the quality that the person used. So those things are one of the things we face. And some people will say it's expensive, so we'll try to let them know that you can pay small for these products, and they are good to go.
So the misconception most people think that solar can make their house go on fire and all of that. Persons think that solar is only for the rich. That's also a misconception.
No, not really. Anyway,
they always feel that buying any equipment of that will maybe incur more cost to you. And now you are making us understand that you can pay installments.
To get whatever it is.
So talking about solar, we know that technology is evolving every day, Elisha. So what are some of the new solar technology that Nigerians should be excited about? What are the things that are coming into solar that we can be excited about in the near future?
Okay, there are several things that are being produced right now in the market. There's the bifacial solar panels. Those ones attract charges from both the face and that's the top and the back.
Oh,
like from Honda
from the panel.
Yes.
Oh, it's charging from top
and it gives more efficiency.
Wow. Why doesn't now get charges from bottom when the sun is not hitting there? Oh, through the heat from the aluminum or your roof.
Yes, from the roof.
Okay.
So it does another kind of innovation. And there are also other things that even the longer is also trying to do, to get a kind of charge that everything that's both the monocrystalline, the polycrystalline, whatever it is, the silicon, everything put together with whatever they're producing, now charges it more than 50% of what monocrystalline produce. Yes,
but it will not affect the battery. It will not be overcharging or too much.
No, when you are getting that, it means you are getting you are getting more batteries or a higher battery watts.
Okay.
So in getting those kind of things, you have to go for maybe lithium batteries, 15 kilowatts, 20 kilowatts. At least it will charge faster, even while it's cloudy, no sun.
Oh, because that's another thing that will not restrain from solar. They say when it's cloudy or it doesn't really charge more.
That's why we advise people to go for more panels. When you have more panels put together.
But more panels, you are seeing this more panels as if it's cheap. It's quite expensive.
You are paying small anyway.
Okay. It's still Tech Today on Independent Television, and Elisha and I were discussing the power of solar innovation in Nigeria, and it's just sharing what is solar and what we can learn about solar. And moving forward, we're going to ask him more questions just after the break. Don't go nowhere. When we come back, we'll throw more questions on Elisha. Welcome back to the program. It's still Tech Today on Independent Television, and we're discussing the power of solar energy, the innovation of solar energy in Nigeria, how solar has really helped us in Nigeria, and what is solar energy in general. So we have Engineer Elisha, who is a solar energy expert and also an electrical engineer with us in the studio, and has been answering lots of questions for us. So Engineer Elisha, I know that in one way or the other, we need government involvement in solar. So what way do you think that our Nigerian government can help us, make this affordable, this solar energy affordable, or make it easy for us so that everybody, and most people in Nigeria, everybody can actually have access to this innovation, this technology?
Well, one of the things we actually face about the solar product is importation. The tax which has been placed on importing those solar products down to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Well, if the governments can be so kind to reduce the taxes for those products.
When you say taxes, I remember our government is big on tax. Okay.
Then also the government can also do the subsidize some of the products. At least I know they are trying to do a factory here that can now produce panels, which is also a good thing ahead. So it will reduce the costs actually for us. Then also private companies also are going to play a role based on paying small the installment payments.
Okay,
and all. So that role again would help people who really do not have much but can pay that small.
Governments can also assist people to
assist,
pay,
yes,
pay,
to at least.
pay.
So that's part of also the subsidy that they can do for people to be able to get these products. Which is also
now
good.
thank you very much. I have this question. It has been on my mind. Somebody has asked me before in the past, and I want to bring it to you now. We know solar energy really helps us nowadays in our country, but do you think solar can replace the national grid, say in 10 or 20 years from now?
Well, truthfully,
Yes.
it might not, or it cannot, but it will reduce.
Why?
Because you have to produce a lot of watts for people to use.
But imagine we are in a community that has many amounts of solar panels are mounted there, and they say for that community, let's assume they want to go solar, total solar, and they want to cut out of the national grid.
Except that community has not had anything about national grid light or whatever.
Okay.
If it's maybe an opening a new community, and they can say, okay, instead of relying on the national grid, let's just go solar, and it's going to cost a lot also, based on, because these are new people already there. It's not as if they already had units there beforehand.
So infrastructure,
where you already have the national grid, so it's going to be very hard to now say you want to switch from the national grid. Totally, yes. So it will only reduce the usage of the national grid.
Now let's talk about batteries. We know that batteries is like the powerhouse of solar. Now, does this battery does it affect the cost? Is it what makes solar more expensive, or does it also affect the lifespan of solar systems?
Well, it affects the lifespan of solar system positively.
Okay.
Because with the batteries, you cannot just be running on solar only at noon. You also have the night and maybe early morning. And these batteries are what you use to run throughout those periods.
So a good battery, how long can it last you? A good battery?
8 hours.
No, eventually, long-term wise, can it last you for 5 years before
Yes, for the tubular batteries, it can last you from 2 to 3 years or more.
Before you replace them?
Depending on...
I want to know, what are the biggest mistakes engineers make when they are installing solar? Share with us. I believe you must have installed several panels and all of that to different clients. What are the mistakes that you think people make when installing this solar system?
Well, one of the mistakes people make or engineers make is not having a good solar installation system. How? Like when you want to install solar, you have cases that you can build for your batteries. You don't just bring batteries and put them on the floor where anybody can reach it. A person who you are installing solar for has children, and the children can come there and just by touching the battery valves and all. You don't just leave it there like that. We have cases which we can build, and you put those batteries there. They are locked but exposed at some sites where the emission can just easily go out from. So those things are one of the mistakes they make. Another mistake is the low quality material. You're fixing a solar of 10 kVA, 20 kVA, then you are using a low quality wire of 1 mm or 1.5 mm. Now, when you are fixing those kind of things, you use materials that can hold the strength of energy which passes through, so that you don't have the scenario of this wire got burnt there, from there entered source my house, and my house now got burnt. No, you use good quality materials. You are being paid for this, so why not just buy this thing instead of you trying to be greedy to minimize costs for it.
All right, thank you so much. I've really learned a lot today. We've had a truly enlightening conversation today with Engineer Elisha Leo Asikidi. He's an expert in solar technology. He has explained to us from how solar works to how Nigerians' growing investment in renewable energy. It's clear that solar power is not just the future, okay? It is a present solution to our electricity challenges, okay? As we move towards a cleaner and smarter Nigeria, I want you all to remember that the sun does not charge anyone, okay? what we need are smart minds, of course, and the right innovation to harness it. And like Elisha said, we need to also get good materials also, so we don't go and start getting inferior materials that will not, cause us harm later in the future. All right, that is all we can take on today's edition of Tech Today. Don't forget that we do this on radio every Monday by 8:30 p.m. We call it Tech Info. Okay, join me again next week for another deep dive into the world of technology and innovation that is transforming our everyday life. My name is Momo Lawal. You can call me Mr. Kankan. Till then, stay bright, stay innovative, and keep shining with solar power. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
ITV, certainly the best.
Also, waiting they happen. Make it better pass like this. Say make it better pass like this. Say make it better pass like this. And I pray one day.
Now must be this. This side, now Wabogu. This side, now Obe. Obe not even where go. This side now Obe. This side now Wabogu. But people don't they block the moats as they block different moats for different area. Ministry of Environment and the state government make a show now something. Community. Now motto. Now motto. You go see and now say during rainy season, if they fall, people go they shot. Who they park, who no fit enter, because of the way people don't block our moat. Who block the moat? Some say na landlord and landladies. Some say na the community people. Some say they want sell them. But this na example. I dey for Ikpobaka. See Obe. See Wabogu. Hey, who they throw dirty for moat? They throw dirty for moat. If government catch you. But see this one now. This place where I did so, they very popular. They call it Police Woman Junction. Police Woman Junction. Yana Obe. Yana Wabogu. Now the moat be they come. They don't they put sand. My people, share them. Drop your comments. Like them. Edo State Ministry of Environment. Edo State Government. Town and Planning. Now one of our historical monuments. Let me this boat. Okay, the moat see they go. But they don't block here. Hey, what? Hey! 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 No fear, no fear, no fear, no fear, no fear. No fear, no fear, no fear. As they watch me, so how you dey? Area journalists, national journalists, international journalists. I dey for Ikpobaka local government. Here na Wabogu, this is na Obe, here na moat. So that the water where they go they gather for this area, it go they pass here, they go surely wherever. But they don't they feel them. Then they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them. Then they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them. Now so it be. Now so it be for different area. People don't feel moat. Big house on top of moat. How we go they shout. Erosion, 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 erosion. Hey, what? My leg. You better say my leg does this for you. But community chairman, okay, really. Who can't sell the moat? They sell them. Who they feel them? Ojewe, okay, really, chairman. Who they feed the moat? But this place, now me that popular Police Woman Junction. Moat. That said now Obe. This is now Wabogu. But hey, he gave me. Come. Bless it. Help us, somebody will help me here. Come with this guy, come try to drag me. My leg. Come. My leg shook for a second. Shut up. Drop your comment. Hey, whoa. Thank you, my guy. Thank you. So the months they go, that they feel them. They feel them. Ministry of Environment. Edo State government. Moot. I not pass here. I not pass here. But where you want go buy land? When you want go build house on top of moat? Why? Ministry of Environment must come here. Edo State government must send town and planning. I need to go meet the Oga for town and planning. This is now one of our monuments. Because they wonder where are they? Are they for Edo State? Are they for Ekpobaka local government? Are they for one popular area? See Obe, see Ewabogu, Moat na pass here. Moat, here na be the popular woman police junction. Very popular for this area. But Ewabogu and Obe community where una dey? The Okayele where una dey? The Ade where una dey? Here we feel any. Cameraman, Clary, bring your hand. I got dog go. My cameraman. So,
Also, waiting they happen.
They go. They don't feel am. They don't feel am. Shut up! Now different things they happen for the moat. Okay. Now moat today, moat. For Kobara. They are the filler. Edo State government, Ministry of Environment, Edo State urban planning, town planner. Ewabogu and Obe community where we are there. I need water. This one set rabbit trap for you. Good. This one good. Now better trap. If rabbit pass them, I still set up for you. Okay, this one I will put the plantain and put entire with red and white. You see the plantain, no see I see the plantain red and white here. Any attempt, you see any attempt for you to cut this plantain. Now red and white the type to both pampas and different yama things. Tenant and landlord with this area, they don't turn the moat to their dustbin. To be faithful, loyal, and honest. Some of us are not faithful. People go to say Nigeria. Now we will be the people where they say Nigeria. And when they make things hard for ourselves, this country. Report all this kind of yama. Motor they don't cover. Build house on top of moat. Put dirty for moat. Put different things. Welcome to they don't feed the goat. They don't fear. No, now yeah, sink dust now. You give me rhyme, I'm not pass here. So people get house, see house. I don't have pressure. Only God can do what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable. Shut up. Only God can do what no man.
Also, waiting they happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Merci. Egbera me oton ya me.
Ogbe
ma be ti awo, se lo gbe ewo. Ogbe ma be ti awo, se lo gbe ewo, se lo gbe. Se lo gbe. Se lo gbe. Merci.
Solo waiting dey happen. Make it better pass like this. Say make it better pass like this. Say make it better pass like this. And I pray one day.
What happen? Where your key? What happen?
Where your key?
Where your trouser? Hey, wait. Record. Hey. What happen?
For what now? For the vigilante again. It's very unfair. For vigilante again. That's what you do me.
What happen? Calm down. Wear your cloth. See your charger. Calm down. Wear cloth. They don't collect your key now.
Hello, you collect my money. You wear cloth.
Don't collect your cloth.
Don't come on here. You wear cloth.
Don't come on. Wear your cloth. Now make you naked. They oppress me.
Not only you. Never the petty people. Not only you. You get one day for this Aduawa market. I just park on the
However, I won't go those state government. Like this, those state task force people, have okay, those state task force. I go talk to Aneto for Aduawa side. I
don't know why not
from Aduawa to this side. That will not be so support to do work now. People to the opposite say demand the man naked. Calm down. See your money, gather your money, calm down.
But money when I don't want for here. About 20,000 they remove her.
They collect your money. All those people wait on us now.
Yeah, they're wrong. They're wrong. We don't wait now. If what they do is according to the law, don't wait now. Why they see the wrong? They don't see me. They just start to the wrong.
Now our government finds something to do for us. So at least there should be bus stop in Edo State, please. There should be bus stop in Edo State.
Bus stop.
There should be bus stop in Edo State.
Bus stop.
You cannot just come and hold vehicle wey just park like this, and you know say they don't put bus stop. They don't put no parking here. Normally for Uselu, they go mark somewhere like this. You cannot park above this place. After government should come and visit us.
Come now. Don't. Calm down. Lock your door. The door don't go. Where key now?
I don't got key now. Let go in my case just tell you. No one will kill me.
They carry the key come out now?
Yes, sir.
Call this side.
What I tell you, they just with me.
And they don't know with the key.
You say where they wrong.
Respect. I don't come out to.
Paper, what take them my key.
Calm down. I'll monitor them. I'll go look for them. Aduawa. Where for Aduawa?
Upper Mission Road. Inside, they are the home motor necessarily. They don't pursue me.
I'll go track them. Don't worry, I'll go track them.
Solo waiting dey happen. Solo waiting dey happen.
Different area, different streets, they face different challenge. You know, saying when we go to tell government, gully. It get the way gully till they start. if you see this one now this one they call growing gully. But my people, how are they? Not be smart, you know. They say if you see something, say something. And they from one the local government, that Sawmill Road, and the people they within that area, they go surprise see their house now that they show online. But this not growing gully. They say if the water they come now, but it don't they cut and they cause state erosion control. My very good friend, Engineer Bramo. You know, say I tell you, say, as an area journalist, now me go fit tell you we all these things. You see, I say for Edo State we get big gully. Now so the gully take start, but this one now, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, and to serve Nigeria with all my strength. Now so it's supposed to be. Now so this thing go to grow, go to expand. Before you know, all these houses were there, they go enter. Before you know, all these houses were there by the left side, all of them go enter. But the landlord and landladies were there the area. They say they don't try. Okay, come. Okay, you there?
We thank God. Well done.
Where this water? Where they cut this gully? Where they come from?
If they come from a coffee. From 3 years ago, it not come. Then from about 4 years ago, no water here. From 3 years ago, now water they come from a coffee. Where they come from now is from that side now. If you reach there now, you go see and I
go. More they suffer the work and go.
Now I cause this one with this so now. So they don't finish here everywhere. I not fit drive out now again. My motor there now, not fit drive out.
But una will be the landlord for this area. Una don't try. Una where this thing they cut and where una dey? Come see am. Where una dey where they cut like this?
We don't try, General. We don't try. This one not be. This one man load. They say it should be not be one man load. We had over tribe ourselves. They did overpower us. Now I make us say make we call Senator Ochobole. Okpeboro make come assist us for here.
Senator Mode Okpeboro.
Sunday Okpeboro make come assist us for here because the thing don't overpower.
We get local government chairman. Then I want there with this so. Okay, now growing gully be this so. Now this one, now so gully tell they start.
Exactly that's all. Now with this so. Don't see up that now. We not fit. See the bag when we take few here the other day now. Here now it don't go down.
I say.
Now my wife without so this one now we done the pillar that day. Now rain when just fall the Saturday night carry everything.
See growing gully is another one oh.
Yeah, I said that small. How would they go so now?
No, they go. Hey. Tell me say friend they fall.
You not come out, you cannot come out. Like. Cannot come out.
But you will they watch us now. How your area be, how your community be. We not go feel live for government. And we need to also inform government. So that we go let government know. Bros. I think say now only in the area as everything. Oh, may you see call this amazing. See call this. May I say now let you the area. That's everything. Now. They work. You know. Come out today. I mean, just
they come here from shop.
From shop. At this area you stay.
Not area they stay. No, they will not get road again.
If rain they fall, I they pay for this place.
If you see the erosion when they here, you don't see the one we happen for Philippines. Now like this, I saw you just be for this place.
For Philippines.
You see that erosion that I saw you just be for. If rain fall for here, you don't feel pass. You don't go allow yourself. Me, you will consent. You see, say houses now that they cut, the things that they cut, they go. Before it doesn't happen, now these people don't go even enter houses.
See growing gully there.
Exactly.
You don't know Grasso Gully.
Go check front. You go check.
More they go, waka they go. You know, say this. These people for this area, they not let me rest for the past 2 years. Call me Dokpa. Console me. But I won't call on the Oga engineer. The man with the charge of erosion control. Oga engineer Abraham, you get a lot of work to do. Erosion control for Wode, for Kobaga, for Oredo, for Esako, for Esalang. Where una dey before this thing they cut this like this thing. Yeah. Where una dey?
We try ourselves. We don't every year we spend millions on self-contribution, self-effort to try to make sure so we do this thing. But
all this house they go enter inside though.
That's small email. Not see this one now, not the enter house again. Okay. So that we dey try self-effort, we dey try, but we not go fit control erosion. No guy, our power no go fit this one. This one na government project.
Okay, your house go enter inside here o.
It's also. See, they don't see, and a person motor be down, not enter company.
Correct. Okay, see growing gully for your front, growing gully.
See this one. This one's not the enter house again. This one's not the enter house again.
I want beg Edo State government. Send your engineers, Ministry of Environment, Edo State Erosion Control and Watershed.
Motor they don't fit enter their compound.
I need to carry your guy here for erosion come here. That means the rain they come. For Philippines.
You see that erosion when they carry people houses. That's what they be for this side.
But where I feel pass here, where they pass here go. Okay, where Federal Psychiatric Hospital there. That road service still get ACP.
Waiting they have.
Main road extension for Idokpa for one day local government. Landlord and landladies, they don't try their best, so many tenants don't run, they don't park. Hey, whoa.
I hear with this is for more than 15 years now.
Okay. First of all, God will heal you. Waka. Call this time I can make you see the.
To waka for the other problem. To drive back of the person. Motor of the person. See roads not everywhere. Look at
this place.
So we just there for many years.
The water they come from.
From the castle, from so now, I had the package pass. What do we need now with the big government, our governor now? They can help us, because of our age, to help us, to make sure say this will make help us do one. We don't get part to do one.
Mommy, how are you? I'm fine, though. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. You be Bini?
I be Bini.
Ogbe ma beti awo, selogbe. Ogbe ma beti awo,
selogbe.
Ogbe ma beti awo,
selogbe.
Selogbe. Selogbe. Selogbe. Selogbe. Selogbe. Sorti the apple.
Say make you better pass like this. Say make you better pass like this. Waiting they have.
Daddy, for the past 2 years, you not let me rest. You did disturb my line. They come my line. They come.
How will I let you rest? There I shall say, snake they up zinc. Other friend they sleep for house. When this place I cannot enter my house, I go let you enter. No. See, my motor I can't drive am. You know say I be. Now machine you know see the road yourself. I know they eat making enter my belly.
Daddy.
You know see where you know see front
Gully. They come from this side. They come from this side. This water.
Now here it is.
Hey.
Now here. I cry to government, I don't know. They say they give contractor C4. see for the past 6 years or 5 years, we not see them again. Government, I be make a speaking for them.
Let's say Monday Senator Monday Kwewolo. The year is away, but what will be the solution to this water with the one drive all of now come from this area?
You yes, I be Guinea. Solution na government. Na government near God. If God say yes, now so now government say
okay,
if government say yes,
now government.
If government say here now today, this erosion go come out. Not me where they go. Okay, I say erosion come out. It come out so. If government just say now erosion come out, the everything will go concern the erosion don't go final.
Let them send their engineer come.
Hey, I go happy. Oh, see my hand for up. I beg God. I beg government. Make them send the engineer come now before. I know give date
for 2026 budget. Now go call international.
January. The big
rain they fall for this area. High they be.
Area if you see that motor so it go swallow am. It go swallow am move. If you see, not see machine now because this one day for yesterday night fall. Not as machine they pass here now. The other day, he 4 woman where they go clinic. He carry baby. This room. I call my boy. I say, I beg, come help this woman come up for floor.
What you not don't do now? We be landlord. What
you
not don't do to help yourself?
Okay. You see this fence where I make so. Now to make sure say water no enter my house. And I saw that we other landlord. We don't try. The more we try, the more they go back. If we are 100% front today, the next year it will be 200% backward. I beg, Wazunu.
Talk to Senator Monday Kwewolo with his side here.
Oh, me man. No, do me working me ugawa. Iya me gina. Iba me gina na wa. Se ho awo go. Ida kide di gwane o kan. E de di gwane nu ho awo wo. Ba se when de bore ne dolo na ma ho ya ba na ba. O mi me okin. Iya me gina na wa. Obo sunu we kwa me gina na wa na we me go to me. Can you get your motor? Oba sire. Waya my son. Okpebo, wa wo. Tom your my family na Mamudia khe o.
Sawmill Road.
Sawmill Road, Idokpa, Sawmill Road.
Who the local government?
Only
Say make you better pass like this. Say make you better pass like this. And I pray one day.
Also, waiting day.